2024, but debate on the bills had been held back in the House due to disagreement by members on the content of the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill, following objection by Northern leaders and the Nigerian Governors Forum. Although the House engaged government officials on the benefits of the bills, Speaker Abbas Tajuddin asked members to engage in wide consultations with their constituents before the debate on the bills. Before the debate today, the four bills were consolidated into one by the House for the debate. Apart from some observations on certain areas of the three bills that tend to conflict with subsections of the Constitution and a few other clauses in the four bills, members unanimously spoke in favor of the passage of the bill for a second reading.
The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to declare a state of emergency in the health sector, specifically in addressing the critical power situation at University College Hospital UCH Ibadan. The Parliament also urged the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, to ensure immediate proactive steps are taken towards restoration of power to the institution to ensure its continuing functionality. It also summoned the Minister of Health, Ali Pate, to account for the decadence and provide a comprehensive plan to address the critical power situation at UCH Ibadan. The decisions of the House followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved at the plenary today by Afolabi Afuakbe. The House also invited the UCH Chief Medical Director to provide insight into the situation and collaborate with the Minister of Health to find a lasting solution. Moving the motion, the lawmaker said UCH is a critical healthcare institution that provides essential medical services in Nigeria.
The newly appointed chairman of Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading NBET company, Sulaiman Mohammed Al-Gogo, has assured Nigerians of policies that would promote stability, transparency and innovation in electricity trading in the country. He also said that strong focus on sustainable and renewable energy solutions will be given priority attention by the company. Al-Gogo made that pledge at a reception in his honor by the management of the company in Abuja. Addressing the directors and management team of the company, led by the acting managing director and chief executive officer, Mr. Johnson Akiawo, the new chairman acknowledged NBET's vital role in the electricity sector and pledged to work closely with the board and management to improve electricity trading and supply in Nigeria. He also underscored the importance of collaboration among stakeholders in order to align with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda while ensuring sustainable progress and efficiency in the sector.
Parts of Nigeria have been thrown into darkness as the national grid experienced a collapse today, marking the second time in the year. According to data obtained from the Nigeria System Operators Portal, the collapse occurred around 11:30 a.m. today. The cause of this grid disturbance is yet to be disclosed by the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN). Abuja Electricity Distribution Company (AEDC) confirmed that the grid disturbance happened this morning. The spokesperson of TCN, Ndidi Mba, was called by newsmen for comment on the development. She noted that she is in transit and promised to revert.
The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has condemned the recent 50% tariff hike by telecommunications companies, calling for an immediate reversal to avoid severe consequences. Despite an agreement with the federal government and the Nigeria Communications Commission (NCC), telecom firms have proceeded with the increase, prompting NLC to issue a March 1st deadline for a total shutdown of their operations if the tariffs are not rolled back. In a communique signed by President Joe and General Secretary Ima Ogwaja, the NLC accused telecom firms of betraying trust and disregarding due process by implementing the hike before the agreed-upon review was completed. Also, NLC reviewed the tax reform bills, warning against policies that could further burden Nigerian workers. While acknowledging the need for fiscal reforms, the Congress vowed to push for fair and worker-friendly tax policies.
Kaduna State has become the first sub-national government to adopt the gender-responsive public procurement policy formulated in collaboration with UN Women and other stakeholders. A statement issued today by the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Ubasani Malam Ibrahim Musa announced that the policy was adopted at the State Executive Council meeting held at the Council Chambers of Sir Kashim Ibrahim House on Tuesday. The statement noted that the policy aligns with the Governor's Economic Empowerment Program as it aims to ensure inclusive economic growth by increasing the participation of women-owned and women-led businesses in public procurement. The Chief Press Secretary further stated that the policy grants women various waivers, adding that it provides a complete waiver of registration fees for businesses that are 100% women-owned. Malam Ibrahim further stated that the State's Executive Council also approved the establishment of 5 sector strategic teams to enhance coordination and synergy among government MDAs.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. As part of its efforts to eradicate gender-based violence, the Oyo State government has inaugurated a steering committee and technical working group tasked with finding solution to the menace. The head of service, Mrs. Olubumuni, and the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Mrs. Toyi Balogun, inaugurated members of the steering committee and technical working group drawn from relevant ministries, MDAs, and organizations. The inauguration took place during a special program commemorating the International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation. In her address, the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Mrs. Toyi Balogun, noted that Oyo government, with the support of Governor Seyi Makinde, is committed to building a society where gender-related issues are effectively and sustainably managed through a collaborative, multi-sectoral approach that transcends ministries, agencies, and departments. According to Mrs. Balogun, one of the committee's first and most urgent assignment is the development of an Oyo State action plan for the eradication of female genital mutilation between now and 2030, adding that the action plan must be strategic, comprehensive, and results-driven, with a clear roadmap for implementation.
Oyo Assembly has urged the executive arm of government through relevant ministry and agencies to facilitate the completion of 10,000 metric tons agricultural silo complex project at our junction in Oyo East local government area. The House made the call following a motion presented by Honorable Oloropoto Rahman, representing Oyo East and West constituency at the floor of the House. BCS reporter Lamikwa Shalo covered the plenary, also reported that a motion on the need to regulate large gathering was presented by Honorable Abiodun Babalola during the plenary. His report.
The legislative activities of the Oyo State House of Assembly, presided over by the Speaker, Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, began with a presentation of various committee reports on their oversight functions. At the plenary, a motion was presented by Honorable Oloropoto Rahman, representing Oyo East-West constituency, on the need for executive arm of government to audit the integrated agricultural silo complex project at Awe Junction, Oyo East local government, at the floor of the House. The motion, co-sponsored by Honorable Okpanide, representing Afijo constituency, noted that 10,000 metric tons agricultural silo complex project at Awe Junction has been abandoned for more than 10 years, hence the need for government to take proactive steps to boost preservation of affected crops.
The importance of silos has been the storage of large quantities of grains and fermented feed silage, allowing farmers to preserve their harvest over time by protecting it from weather elements and pests, thus ensuring consistent supply of foods for humans and animals, effectively bridging the gap between harvest and sale periods. Hence, the need to conduct a thorough audit of the integrated agricultural silage project located at Awa Junction in Oyo East Development. This project, with a planned capacity of 10,000 metric tons, was envisioned to be the largest and first of its kind in Nigeria. It has been abandoned despite the expenditure of over 1.5 billion naira and over 11 years of work ongoing. Completion of this project will go a long way to boost food supplies and guarantee food security in the states and country at large.
Also corroborating his colleagues on the motion, Honorable Benga Oyekola, representing Atiba constituency, urged the executive arm to give priority to the completion of our silo.
The motion has now come up, at least to let our people know that we are not just looking. We are working on how to get most of these our projects completed. I did mention about 4, State of Fit for Europe, Atiba FM, the silo in Awe.
The Speaker, Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, in his remarks, commended the movers of the motion and forwarded the motion to appropriate committee for adequate attention. In another development, Honorable Abiodun Babalora, representing Ibadan North East 1 constituency, presented a motion on the need for executive arm of government to regulate large public gatherings to ensure safety and prevent tragic incidents. The motion was sponsored by the Speaker, Honorable Adebo Ogundoyin, Leader of the House, Honorable Sanjo Adedoyin, Honorable Olushola Owolabi, Ibadan North East 2, Honorable Olorunpotoro Ahman, Oyo East West constituency, and Honorable Anthony Ogunshola of Iwajowa constituency urged the relevant agencies and ministries to put measures in place to regulate public gatherings in Oyo State.
What prompted me was empathy. Let us put ourselves in the shoe of the parent of those deceased children. It pains. It pains. So if we are here and we see things like that and we cannot do anything, probably we are not supposed to be here. Because I don't know how God, you and I will not lose children. But we might not ever being a victim. But when you imagine, just imagine, you discover it's very tragic. So I think it's a high time for us to be able to do something.
After extensive deliberations, the House also directed the motion to the appropriate House committee in a bid to ensure the implementation of the motion. The House has adjourned its sitting till next week, Tuesday. Olamiposi Ishola, BCS News.
The Olojo of Ojawode in Shaki East local government area of Oyo State, Oba Abdurrashid Olagbiru has called on the state government to resuscitate the moribund television transmission station of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, located in Ojawode. The monarch made the plea while playing host to the BCOS management, who paid homage to his palace during the tour of the BCOS facilities located in different parts of the state. Staff reporter Adibai Abdurrafi has the details.
The management delegation of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, led by the General Manager, Mr. Guke Adelakun, embarked on the tour with the member of the BCOS board representing Oyo North, Alhaji Mudashiru Erubodo. The BCOS board member was being familiarized with the BCOS installations in the area for the first time since the board's appointment by the state governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde. Alhaji Erubodo, who addressed some youths in the Ojawode community, led by the councillor representing Ward 6, Shaki East local government, Mr. Salman Fatai, appreciated the youths for the patriotism and passion towards securing the government property in their domain At the palace of the Oloje of Ojewode, Oba Abdulrasheed Olagbenro Oyinloye Alhaji Erubodo lauded the support of traditional rulers in Oke-Ogun being given to the Governor Seyi Makinde-led administration in the state.
àwọn náà wá sára àwọn ọjọ́ lápapọ̀ àwọn náà wá àtàkì wá ń bẹ inú mi wá dùn pé truly wọ́n mọ̀ pé dúkìá yìí kò gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ wàhálà àdúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín.
The Oloje of Ojewode, Oba Abdulrasheed Olagbenro Oyinloye, in his remarks recalled that Governor Seyi Makinde had, during the electioneering campaign prior to 2023 general election, pledged to resuscitate the moribund television arm of the BCOS in Ojewode town.
àlùkáwà ni wọ́n sí ọlọ́jẹ́ ní pé àwọn wá kó ìjáde ilé rédíò wa ilé aṣọ fún wọn wọn ká fi gbogbo ìsíwájú ọlọ́run táwọn bá wọlé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì gbogbo ẹ̀gbẹ́ ọ̀wá sí musẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀dá pẹ̀lú mọ́gbà pé bí ìgbà tí ilé ìlànà ìfẹ́ kọ́ wá sí musẹ̀ tá a sì nǹkan tó dá níbẹ̀.
Also speaking, the chairman of Ojewode Indigene Forum, Alhaji Aderemi Jimoh, assured BCOS management and the state government at large of the necessary cooperation to make government realize its development plans for the BCOS television facility in Ojewode. The general manager, BCOS, Mr. Guke Adelakun, in his remarks said that the resuscitation of the Ojewode transmission station will boost economic and development activities in Oke-Ogun zone, calling on authorities of local government and traditional rulers in the zone to be more determined than ever before at supporting the state government on the agenda.
The people there want the feel of BCOS at that particular place, so that the programs of the government, their own program, could be seen physically by them. That would be their wish. And we have also seen that the potential that we have there, if that place is well developed, to add to the employment generation of the state government, it will also boost socio-economic activities there, and it will also make them relevant in the scheme of things, and they will not feel that they don't have the presence of the government, especially in the areas of information.
The delegation also visited the palace of the Olokaka of Okaka, Oba Aziz Olatunji Ogelende, but the monarch was not available as at the time of their visit. Adebayo Adrofi, BCOS News.
The state government has mandated safety procedures for individuals, groups, and corporate bodies holding St. Valentine's Day event. This was contained in a statement signed by the State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Prince Dotun Yelade. The statement also tasked organizers of St. Valentine's Day celebrations to conduct their activities in a safe and responsible manner. This, according to the statement, is in response to anticipated increase in social gatherings during the Valentine celebrations. The Commissioner further emphasized the need to involve security agencies and the health sector in the planning and implementation of St. Valentine's Day event holding on the 14th of February. The statement warned that failure to comply with the laid-down directives and safety regulations will attract severe consequences under the law.
In Nigeria's job market, fresh graduates face a major hurdle. Employers demand experience for entry-level jobs. Yet, without opportunities, gaining that experience becomes a challenge. This development has no doubt made it difficult for graduates to be employed. In this report, BCOS reporter Aisha Olusoji dives into the reasons experience is a key hiring criterion for young job seekers.
In Nigeria, many employers prioritize candidates with work experience, even for roles that might otherwise be considered entry level. Many graduates, desperate for any job, end up working in fields unrelated to their studies, leading to a workforce that may not fully utilize its skills and training. Organizations often need employees who can hit the ground running. Hiring someone with prior experience reduces the time and resources spent on training, allowing the new hire to contribute effectively from day one. Many organizations are cutting back on training programs to minimize costs and maximize profits, leading to a decline in employee development initiative within organizations. Responding to the development, a retired chartered accountant, Mr. Adekpeju Adetunji, shared his insights on the importance of fresh graduates gaining experience before applying for jobs.
Many organizations do not want to spend much or anything even on training new people coming into the employment. And we also want to look at you coming in with experience. You are bringing that what you have learned, what you have done in your previous organization to play, thereby enhancing productivity and performance in the new organization. Well, you know, it's just a pity that the educational system is not really working as it should be. I know, well, I want to believe it's still operating. If you go to the Polytechnic or College of Electronics Technology to study whatever course, after the first 2 years, you are asked to go out to, for what we call industrial experience or something like that. IT, yes, industrial training. That you go out, start during that 1 year, you will have practiced and worked with people in that kind of work environment or employment.
According to Mr. Adekpeju, students should acquire hands-on experience during their industrial training programs, which are typically organized by universities and polytechnics towards the end of their studies.
No, you are pursuing a, let's say, bachelor's degree, and during your long vacation, you can do volunteering jobs or assignments. You go to any industry that you know you can gain some experiences. Tell them you are ready to come to work and free of charge. So that by the time you are